Hi everyone, my name is Emma from Emma X Stitching. If you are new, thank you very much for finding me and clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it and stick around. And if you are returning, thank you so much. As always, I really appreciate it. And I'm also extra pleased that you're joining me because I've been away for a while. Again, I'm really sorry. Life just gets in the way, something rotten at the moment. But yes, it's been the summer holidays. I feel like I don't know where it's gone. It just disappeared. Yeah, but we're back. We've got lots of stitching to show you. I feel like this might be a long one, so maybe get yourself a nice drink. That's what I'm missing. Maybe I need to get a drink. But yeah, buckle in, pick up some stitching. I'll try and rattle through as quick as I can. So first off, summer. It was great. I loved it. We had a lovely, I don't even know when I last filmed. Had the kids broken up? No, I think the kids were about to break up from school, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so my daughter finished year 2, finished in the infants, and my little boy left nursery. It was very sad. So yeah, that happened. Then we had a week in France, in the south of France, which was just glorious. Had such a lovely week. The kids absolutely loved it. It was their first sort of summer holiday, first trip on a plane. So yeah, they absolutely loved it. What did we do? We had a long weekend in Wales with my family, which was really great. We had a really good time. We've had lots of days out, various places. What have we done? We've done sunflower patches, we've done beach trips, we've done, I don't know, just all sorts of stuff. It's been busy and I've been trying to work as well, and I had a birthday, and it's just been a lot, guys. But anyway, we're here now. This week, was it this week? I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, my daughter started back in year 3. She's in the juniors now at school and loving it. She's settled in really well. And my little boy has started school. Bless him, he's so cute in his little uniform. But he's absolutely loved his first week. So long may it continue. So I feel like with all that chaos, I'm starting to settle back to a normal routine. Does anyone else like really crave routine in the summer holidays? Like, as lovely as it is, I need some structure in my life. So yeah, we're getting back to normal, I hope. Sort of anyway. It's a retreat next weekend and all sorts of stuff. So I'm trying my best to be normal. Anyway, let's do some stitching. I've got a lot to show. I've got 4 finishes, which I'm very excited about. I've got some whips, got just one new start, which I think is pretty good for me. And then I got quite a bit of haul as well. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, and also I got a stitchy tattoo and I love it. And I don't know how to show you this, but let's try. So here we go. Oh, this is a terrible angle. I'm not used to like showing it to people here. Yeah, here you go. So I've got some lovely scissors with some lovely floral blossom, and I am obsessed. I just love it so much. Can you see this? I feel like that was very blurry, but anyway, I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. Anyway, let's do stitching. Right, finishes. I have a confession for my first finish. I'm very sorry about this, but I couldn't resist. Sorry. Anyway, Greenhouse of Oddities. So myself and Joe from Belushi Stitches were meant to be doing this as a year-long stitch along. So we started in January, we did the frame, and then there was 11 parts for the rest of it, as originally split up by Lola when she did the stitch along a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. So we split it up nicely through the year. It was really good, and I was doing really well. I was keeping up, and last time you saw it, I was here, let's put a picture in, which was, I'd finished part 6, which was 11,461 stitches, and I've kind of added 4,400 odd stitches, and I sort of accidentally finished it. I know we're only in September, but I just couldn't resist. I love it so much. So happy with it. So I'm stitching this on a Lola, no I'm not, that's the designer. I'm stitching this on a Luella's fabric. It's a 32 count, it's not got a name, but it's this like lovely sort of mossy, greeny sort of a colour. Is it? I don't know how, I think it's showing sort of accurate. But there you go. I love it so much. So I think what I did was, let's fold this up a bit. I think this was my next section I had to do, something around here. So I did that. Or was there 2 bits? Maybe it was 2 bits here. So I did those to like catch myself back up. And then I think September's section was like this bit in the middle, which is like my favourite bit of the whole thing anyway. I just love the colours in it. And my daughter, of all people, now bear in mind she's only 7, when I showed her this pattern, she was like, oh, that's the stinky plant. And I was like, how do you know this stuff about plants? So she was excited for me to stitch that bit. I still don't know how she knew what that plant was, but anyway, that's Iris for you. Yeah, so I wanted to stitch that. And then after I did that, I was just enjoying it so much. So I just thought, well, I'll just do a little bit more, and then I'll just do a little bit more. And then all of a sudden it was just done. So yeah, sorry. But I love it so much. What I will say is this last section is like this green tree with this, the trunk here. That was a lot. That was a very big section. I can understand why she left that to the end, because I feel like had that have been sort of like September section, I definitely wouldn't have finished it because it would have put me off. It was a lot of counting and a lot of green and brown, but it's done. I'm so happy with it. I will continue to post in our Facebook group. We've got a Facebook group called Sal Queens and Friends, where we are posting like the month section as they come up, so I'll carry on with that. I just love it. And I think Joe's been good. Don't think Joe's finished it just yet, I think. So yeah, you can carry on following her along. Right, that's Greenhouse of Oddities. So my next finish, we're on a theme here. This is another Lola Crow, because we just all love Lola Crow. And this is the Extraordinary Birds Stitch Along, which was this year's Stitch Along. When did it start? Was it April-ish, I think? Can't remember. But anyway, it was this year's Stitch Along. Last time you saw it, I'll pop a picture in. I think I was on the 7th part, which was 12,461 stitches. And I just kept going, and I kept up with it, and I kept up with it, and I finished it. So I've added about 6,500 stitches, and here is my finish. I love this one so much also. So I stitched this on a 32 count Picture This Plus fabric in Ancient, which was, it wasn't like the called for, but it was one of the suggested ones. And I'm really pleased with it. I can't remember where part 7 was. Most of the bottom stuff, I think. I don't know if I had the peacock in last time, but I love him. This is one of my favourite bits, this sort of floral bit with the little hummingbirds up here, and these little lorikeets. I love those. They really remind me of my little boy, because on one of our first trips to the zoo, a good few years ago now, it's Blackpool Zoo, which I love Blackpool Zoo. They have a lorikeet enclosure where you can go in with like a little pot of, I don't know, sweet stuff, and they come and land on your hand and they eat the nectar, and it's really cute. But yeah, at the end of that trip, we'd said that my kids could choose like a little cuddly toy momentum thing, and he chose a little lorikeet, and he slept with Birdie every night since. So I love these little lorikeets, they're really cute. But yeah, I love the dinosaur section. I was so happy there was a dinosaur section. I love the macaw. So yeah, I'm just peering over the top of this here. And then I'm now realising true Lola Crow style, this giant bird, let's fold this over a bit, was left till the end. And just like the last one, it was massive. There was a lot of brown stitching. And again, had that bird been earlier in the releases, I think I wouldn't have finished on time. So there you go. So that is Lola Crow done and dusted. So that's 2 Lola Crow what was that? Don't know what that noise was. That's 2 Lola Crow finishes in the last couple of months. Well, last couple of weeks to be honest. And I love them. I will continue to do every stitch along that Lola Crow does going forward, because I just think she's the best and I love them. And I'm really sad that I don't have any more Lola Crow currently in my whip pile. I think I might need to rectify that. Anyway, let's move on. Next finish is, so this is one that you've been seeing every episode for quite a long time. And this is Colours of Summer by Stitchrovia. I'll pop in where you saw it last time. So this I always had as my in-car stitchy piece. It was my waiting in the car to pick the kids up from school or whatever. And yeah, I was really enjoying it. There's a very noisy car outside today. Sorry about that. And I've got a hair stuck in my eye. Oh, it's going bad. Just give me 1 second. I'm back. Does anyone else find? I don't know if it's just a glasses wearer thing, but I constantly get, well, maybe it's my fringe as well. A fringe and glasses combo. I just get a hair like stuck behind my glasses and then it gets wrapped around my eyelashes and it's horrible. Anyway, you didn't need to know all that. Yeah, Colours of Summer. So this is stitched on 18 count white Ada. Last time you saw it, I had 8 to go. And obviously we were getting to the end of the school term, but it was all summery and easy, and I thought I'd kind of carry on and see where I got to. And I finished it. So there we go. This is my Colours of Summer by Stitchrovia, and I'm really happy with it. I love it so much. So where were we? We were on the top section. So I think I finished, if I remember last time, I'd done these three, and I think I'd done this one, and I just started on this one. So I'd added all these, or is it the other way? Maybe it's the other way. Maybe I'd done these ones and this one, and I'd added these. That sounds a bit more right. So there we go. I finished it, and I love it so much. And it was really satisfying adding all these like little backstitch titles, captions. I love them so much. So that is done. It needs a good wash and iron. I think it's been living in and out of the car for a very long time. But I love it. Just use all the call for DMC, and I have the other seasons to start. So I'll come to what my current car stitching is shortly. But I think once that's done or up to date, then I think I might start one of the others, because they were super easy as car stitching. Maybe I could finish them all before I finish school pickups. Got a few years to go yet. Maybe we can do it. We'll see. So that is finish number 3, and then I have one more finish to show you. And this is, it's another stitch along. I'm living up to the Sal Queen reputation this time. And this is Summer Sal by Love Poppet. Now, I barely started this last time I spoke to you, so I'll pop a picture in of where we were then. And I'd only had 655 stitches last time you saw it, and I've added 5,500 stitches for a finish, and I love it so much. I love the colours. This is stitched on a 32 count mint splash even weave by Zweigart. I love it. It's not showing quite as blue as it is, like a bluey greeny sort of colour. But yeah, so this was a 6-part stitch along, and I love it so much. I love the colours, I love the detail, I love the flowers. So yeah, super happy with that. So this is my first Love Poppet design that I've stitched, and I really want to do the stitch along that she did last year, so I think I might have to go back and do that soon. But yeah, I love it so much. Super pleased to get that one done also. So I need to find something to do with all these now, because yeah, that's a lot. Right, that is the finishes, sort of. I've got some mini finishes later down the line, but they are the main done, off the whip list, tick, job done. Right, let's go into whips. So let's see, where shall I start? Let's start with this one. So this one I think I'd started in my last video, and this is Here Comes the Sun by Stitchman Darcy, which will look like this when it's done. Let's try and, oh, that's even worse. Where's the best place with no glare? Let's go back there. So it's Here Comes the Sun. It's by Stitchman Darcy. I'll pop a picture in where you last saw it, which was 463 stitches, so I didn't have a massive start. And I was umming and ahhing whether to take this on holiday, I seem to remember, as a holiday stitch. And I did take it on holiday and didn't pick it up. I did no stitching on holiday whatsoever. Yeah, just didn't happen. Don't know why, but anyway. Yeah, so this is where I am now. I've left it in its hoop because I'm sort of still picking this up every now and again. I tell you where I did take it though. I did take it to Wales. I did do a little bit there. So this I'm stitching on a, what is this, 18 count polka hearts pastel pink fabric. It was from Claire Brown's cross stitch, who I don't think is in business anymore, but I think it is a Fabric Flair fabric. So this, where was I? Did I tell you stats? Let's tell you again anyway, we like stats. So I had done 463 stitches, which was 6.17%. I'm now at 1,545 stitches, which is 20.6%. So it's coming along nicely. And I'm quite enjoying with these big letters, sort of doing the outline and then filling them in. The colour is blowing out somewhat here. This is better. Let's stick it back here. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's just nice to just pick up and do some block filling. However, once we get a bit further up, it's less blocky and more, is intricate the word? I need to think a bit more anyway. So yeah, super happy with this one and looking forward to continuing. Okay, next is one that I'm meant to be keeping up with all year and haven't done as well with this one, but I'm getting myself back on track. And that is 12 Days of Christmas Stockings by Annie Beez Folk Art. They look like this. This is the booklet that you get with all 12 patterns in. So last time I showed these, I'd done the first 3, which I brought to show you again because we loved them. Oh, let's pop them on here so you can see. So that was number 1. I'm just doing these on an 18 count black Ada inspired by Jess from Cross Stitch Jess. That was number 2. And that was number 3. So that's where you've already seen. So basically I decided that I was going to try and do one of these each month for the obviously 12 months of the year. And I did really well at the start and then I stopped. So what I've kind of decided in, what month are we in? September. Did I start this in October? August. I will understand months and things one day. I kind of decided that right, let's hop back a bit. So in September each year, we've definitely done it last year. Did we do it the year before? Can't remember. Myself and Jo from Belushi Stitches have sort of done a bit of a salathon where we've pulled out old sals we've fallen behind on. Sal is stitch along in case you weren't sure. Yeah, and just tried to get some work in them. We've done it, I think we've done it in January as well. January and September I think are our salathon months. Yeah, and it's just an excuse to pull out things that you've sort of started as a stitch along and haven't finished, or you just need to catch up with them, or you want them off your whip list, or whatever. Stitch on the sals. So I thought coming into September I would try and pull out some old things that I started as stitch alongs or that were released as stitch alongs, or sort of lean into stitch alongs. I feel like stitch alongs is becoming a weird word in my head now. Anyway, and I thought what I would do is maybe pick one up and put like a few stitches in, work on it for a few days, do a set number of stitches, whatever, and then maybe in between doing each of those, catch up with a stocking, sort of. That was my rough plan. And it's working so far. I'm doing really well. So I think my problem with these was the 4th one seemed like a lot. I'll show you because I've now done it. So it made me pause. So what I did was I did the 5th one and then I came back to the 4th one. But let's show you them in order because, yeah. So this is number 4. Nope, this is number 4. And I think it was putting me off because there was like 4 of the same thing and they weren't like, I mean, they are straightforward to stitch because they're tiny, but they were just a bit like colour changey and things. Why is this not, there we go. So that's number 4. So I did that one. And also, what was I going to say? Don't know, it'll come back to me. And this is number 5. 5 gold rings. I really enjoy the numbers, and then I also really enjoy all this sort of twiddly stuff. However, I was half tempted to stitch all like the main things and then at the end go back and do all this, and then quickly decided that I'd get fed up, so I've decided against that. So that was number 5. And then this is number 6. The lovely goose on that one. And then this is number 7, which I finished last night. I love this one. I think this is my favourite one in the whole set. So I finished that one last night. I say these are finished, they're not quite, because they do have some little beads to go on them. So let me find an example. We'll do this ones because I was looking at that one last night. So all of them are meant to have some white beads in the holes in the numbers. Some places they need extra white beads, so I think this one needs beads within these little sort of star things. And then the red berries all need like a little red bead in the middle. However, I've not done beading yet. I feel like I keep putting it off on various projects. So I'm going to wait till the end and then bead them all together. But yeah, so at least we are now up to July. I've completed up to July's ones, so we're over halfway, which is great. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully continue plodding on with these as I have been, because I really enjoy them and I would really like to have them finished for Christmas, but I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, I'm just going to see if I can find how I can show you what's left. I can't really because all the patterns are on the same page. Let's see. So my next one to do is, hang on, let's try. I'm just going to pick up some random ones. So my next one to do is number 8 down here. So we'll do we'll do her, and then we've got 8 and 9 to do, and then we'll be caught up anyway for now. So there is 9 and 10 to do to be well, caught up. We're ahead of ourselves because that'll obviously be October's one as well as September's. So yeah, getting there. Really happy to have got a lot more of those done. Right, Botanical Blackwork is my next one to show you. I can't really show you what this looks like when it's done. I've just pulled the needle off this. Where did that go? Oh, I'm all a tangle. Yeah, I can't really show you what this looks like when it's done because basically there was a lot of different variations of how to present it, finish it, style it. So I'll pop a picture of where I was last time. Obviously this was a good few years ago now. Let's try and show you this the best I can without taking it completely out of its hoop. I'm having a disaster with this needle. Right, let's move this down here. And let's pop the needle on the back so it's out the way. That's a good idea. So, what's that there? I'm getting awfully distracted with this one. Right, this is where we are now. So, this is on 18 count white Ada. I'm stitching this. I'm just doing all the borders in DMC 310 and I'm using a sulky thread, which I don't have to hand. If you want to know exactly what it is, let me know and I can find it. But yeah, I'm using a sulky to fill in, so they'll have all these like floral patterns, like Blackwork patterns in each of the boxes. So I've decided to make this my car stitch for now, just to get the boxes done. Yeah, I just thought I'll take this in the car, and even if I just get like a box in per pickup or something, then we're heading in the right direction. So I think last time you saw it, I had 21 boxes, sort of outlined at least, but I hadn't necessarily done all the like shadow work. And now I'm up to 24 boxes, although they're not quite complete. I've got a little bit of shadow to do left on this one and on this one. But yeah, so there will be 49 boxes in total. So this is the full width. But yeah, we've got a little way to go. We're nearly halfway though. One more and I'll cross the halfway mark. So yeah, so this you will hopefully see for the next few videos while we're getting it caught up, and then hopefully once I've got all the boxes in, I can just yeah, get the filling done, and then that'll be done. It's taken me like, I don't know, 5 years so far to get this far. But yeah, that's that one. Let's just wind that back up, pop that back on before I lose it. And there we go. So that's Botanical Blackwork. That's by the Steady Thread. Did I say that? It's by the Steady Thread. Right, next one is one that we have not seen for a while, and that is Soucis by Long Dog Samplers. So now, that one, whatever it was called, Botanical Blackwork, so that was obviously released as a sal, which is sort of why I was inspired to pick it up for Salathon. But yeah, it lent itself for car stitching as well, so it won't just be a September project. Right, let's get the tablet back on. So Soucis by Long Dog Samplers. This I started in, I want to say February last year, on the 29th of February. So it was like a long, I think there's a, is it called Long Dog Leap Year Sal? Basically, it was a last minute decision to jump on board that one. Let's see, view, mock up. And it will look, when it's done, like this. Oh, it's not the mock-up, it's the PDF, but never mind. It will look like this. I love it very much. There's so many long dogs that I'd love to do, but they're quite big. So yeah, this is Soucis. And I'll pop in where I was last time, which was 259 stitches. I barely started it, which was 1.07%. So I thought I'd pick this back up and see if I could get a few more stitches in. And I have. So this is being blown out an awful lot. Where am I now? 1,753 stitches, which is 7.23%. So I've added like 1,500 stitches, 1,500 stitches. So I'm stitching this on a Chromatic Alchemy fabric, who unfortunately is no longer dyeing fabric. It's an 18 count dulcet. It is a bit more accurate back here. It's quite a, I don't know how to explain colours today, sorry. And I'm stitching this in DMC 820, which is this lovely sort of dark bright blue, which, yeah, it's definitely better back here. So yeah, super happy with this. I love it so much. This is a Crafty Emily floss drop cum needle minder, which I will show you some more of shortly in haul. But I love these. They're so they're just the best thing that you could possibly have on your project for a like monochrome pattern. So yeah, so the aim of these long dog leap year sals is that you start it on one leap year and then you meant to finish it by the next one. So I'm very behind because yeah, I feel like by next February I should be at 50%. And we're at 7%. So yeah, a long way to go. However, I'm super happy to get such good progress on this, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping I might get back to that one soon. But there we go. Soucis by Long Dog Samplers. So that's that one, and I've got one more whip to show you. And this one is one that has not seen the light of day for a long time. And this is Supernatural by the Witchy Stitcher, which was a stitch along from, again, another few years ago. So I did Cryptids back in whenever, I can't remember, and then this is the sort of companion stitch along, which will look something like this when it is done. I'll pop a picture in of where I was last time, and then that was, where was that? Oh, I don't know where this was last time, as in I don't know where I was like numbers wise, because I was stitching it, like I was putting it into Pattern Keeper like one creature at a time. And then I suddenly realised that now the whole pattern is out, I can just put the whole lot in and do it that way, so I know where I'm up to. But I can tell you that I had 3 creatures completed and I'd started the 4th one. And I did set myself a little goal this year, which I don't know if it's likely or not, but we'll see. I did want to finish another 4 creatures this year. I can't remember if that was including the one that I'd already started or it was 4 on top of that, but I'm open to, yeah, taking that in either way, depending on how we get to. Anyway, this is where we are now. So now I can tell you figures. So this is 4,668 stitches, which is 24.75%. I think I worked out I added approximately 1,400 stitches to this. This I'm stitching on a 20 count Zweigart vintage mocha fabric. Let's just hang on a minute. Right, let's try and fold that round a bit and fold this round a bit. And it's very like crinkly still, this fabric. It's not quite softened up as much as I would like. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, so I finished the changeling and I've done the zombie. So I love this, I'm so happy with it. So yeah, so I've put this away for now. However, I would like to get it back out and carry on because I was really enjoying it. Something about the borders of this are really satisfying to stitch. So there we go. So yeah, it's got 16 creatures in total, so we've got quite a long way to go. But 5 is better than 3.5. So we're getting there. And that is all of the whips. Right, I've got one new start to show you. So let's show you that and then we'll get into some haul. So this is, I bought this pattern when I went to either Create Nostalgia or Nimble Thimble, I forget which one. But myself, Jo from Belushi Stitches and Kelly from Animal Instinct or Animal Stitches had a lovely day out last December. Yeah, I met them for the day and we had a wonderful day of shopping in cross stitch shops. And this is one of the patterns that I picked up there. And it is Tulipa, the Tulip Mandala by Glendon Place. And it looks like this. And I absolutely, as soon as I saw it, I needed to stitch it immediately. I love it so much. I love the colours. I love tulips, they're one of my favourite flowers. Yeah, love it so much. So I picked this up and I also kitted it up while I was there, and it's kitted up in dinky dies, which are all in the back there. So I bought all the dinky dies for it and finally decided to make a start. So I started this on my little boy's first day at school, and I've decided, some of you may laugh at this goal, however, I think it's achievable. I'm just adjusting my position. I've sat on my legs for too long already. I think it's achievable, but some of you may laugh at this very long-term goal. I've decided that I have started it on his first day and I would like to finish it by the time he finishes school. Now, whether that's primary school or secondary school, I am open to interpretation. However, I've started it and here is my start. I love it so much. Let's pop that behind it for a minute. So as I say, I'm using the Call for Dinky Dies. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Zweigart cashel linen in Pearl Grey. And I love it so much. So I've literally done, how do we do this? Let's go, this fabric, there's so much fabric, I really need to cut some off. Let's go like this. So I've done this flower and I've started on this one. So there's still some beads to go. Let's put this down. So it does have some beads in it. So there's still some beads to go in the gaps. If you can see, there's a few gaps around here. And it also needs quite a lot of back stitch because I was a little bit concerned about this colour, which is beautiful, by the way. Which one is it? Oh, I forget which colour it is. I think it was called Passion Flower. Was it Passion Flower? Yes, Passion Flower. The most beautiful Dinky Dies colour. It goes between like sort of pale purples and blues, and it's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I was a bit concerned about that on the grey, but it does have a backstitch line all around it, so not concerned. So that is my Tulipa start. It's a paper pattern, so I'm not quite sure how far I've got, not very clearly. But yeah, Dinky Dies were such a joy to stitch with. I absolutely loved stitching with those. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to going back to it. So I've either got 7 years or 11 years to, no, 7 years or 12 years to get this stitched. I can do that, right? So that is that one. Have I lost a needle? No, it's fine. Right, that's all my stitching. Just give me a minute I'm just going to bend down and pick up all my haul. Yeah, buckle up. Right. Basically, I don't know what happened this month. I think as it was my birthday, I was like, I'm just going to treat myself to some things. And then also some stuff just, yeah, happened for other reasons. Let's go into it and explain. So my first huge bit of haul, my local Hobbycraft, which has only been open, like, I'm sure less than a year. And I was so excited when it opened because we don't have any kind of stitchy shop, craft shop, anything around here whatsoever. I didn't have anywhere, like, don't get me wrong, Hobbycraft does not have the greatest of cross stitch supplies, selection, whatever. But what it does have is DMC. It has very expensive DMC, but it does have DMC, which was great for being able to just nip and, you know, if you were like really running low on a skein and you didn't want to do a whole online order just for like 1 or 2 DMCs. I'm going to adjust my seating again. I'm a very wriggly person today. Right, this is better. So yeah, and my kids absolutely loved Hobbycraft. We were in there so often. The kids selection was great. It was like their favourite place to go. And I don't know about anyone else, but I really don't mind buying my kids craft things or books or things like that. So yeah, so we loved it, and it was closing down and I was really, really sad. However, a closing down sale means they are getting rid of all their stock, including their DMC. And yeah, they reduced their DMC price to 60p. Now, bearing in mind this is normally £1.50 here in the UK in like retail price, £1.50 down to 60p, and then they reduced it further to 45p. Like, that is unheard of. Like, you cannot find DMC for that sort of price over here anywhere. The cheapest you can get it online is around between 80 and 90p. I think is the cheapest I found it. So yeah, this was a massive saving. So basically, I went in, and if you remember, I think it was in my last video, I was upgrading all my bobbins to having a pip and chip label on them. So yeah, I went through my whole DMC stash, collection, whatever you want to call it, and I made a note of all of the ones that had an empty new bobbin. So I did have a full set of DMC anyway, near enough, I think, but most of them were still on cardboard bobbins, and I was sort of upgrading to the plastic bobbins with the with the pip and chip logo on. So I went through and I bought, I'll put a picture in, a lot of skeins of DMC, and I was so happy with it. Yeah, it was an absolute bargain. Obviously added up to a fair bit of money, but in the long run, that is such a bargain. I'm so happy with it. And then I spent a lot of time, I've just brought some for you. I spent a lot of time putting them all on bobbins. So yeah, so they're all nicely bobbinated up with the lovely new pip and chip labels. Is this showing? I don't know how people do this focusing thing. Where are we? But yeah, they're all bobbinated up and they're ready to go for when I need them. Yeah, so super happy with that purchase. But yeah, it was just one of those things. You just can't turn it down. And I met one of the lovely ladies that I work with was also doing the same thing, and we did a lot of DMC shopping together. It was lovely. So that's my lots and lots and lots of thread haul. Let's go into patterns. So we've had 2, I think. Oh, is there another one? And I've just put it away already. I don't know. But I have signed up to the cottage sampling, cottage garden samplings, Year in the Woods Sal Part 2 thing. I've signed up to this with Rachael at the Talking Dog Stitchery, who is just fantastic. In fact, I do have Rachael is going to come to the Ladybird retreat next weekend, and I may have put a small order in there for her to bring for me. Yeah, oops. never mind. It was stuff I needed. I really needed this stuff. Speaking of Talking Dog Stitchery, I do have a affiliate link code thing to get you 5% off. So if you want to go and do a little bit of shopping with Rachael, my code is EmmaX5. I think I'll pop it in the description, which will give you 5% off your purchases if you spend over £10, I believe. So I'll pop that in the bottom. Go and do some shopping. She has some really, really, really cool stuff. Also, if you like the cottage garden threads, is that what they're called? The price is going up soon. So go and get what you can now before the price goes up. Off you go. Anyway, Year in the Woods. So I have the koala, and I have the crow. I love the crow. I think it's great. Don't know when I'm going to stitch these, but we needed to add them to the collection. And then just this last week, Yasmin's Made with Love had a fantastic sale on her website. And she was selling off a load of her older paper patterns for like stupidly cheap prices. And I mean stupidly cheap. Like they were between 50p and £2. That is it. So I went on and I had a little rummage through. There is a lot more that I could have bought, but I thought realistically, I have too much stuff and I don't even know when I'm going to get to any of these. So I've limited myself to 4. I don't know if this sale is still on, but definitely head over to Yasmin's website because she has some fantastic patterns. I've got one in my whip pile currently, more on my PDF thing, and now I have paper ones too. So I got a lot of stitching to do. So this is Stag Quaker, which I love so much. I think it's amazing. I feel like I'd really like to do this on some like dark fabric. So that's Stag Quaker, like 50p to £2. That is it. I've got Peacock Quaker, which will match. The one I've started is Butterfly. No, it's not. It's not a butterfly. It's a bee. It's a bee Quaker. So yeah, this will go perfectly with that. So that's why have I got a thing about butterflies? Peacock Quaker. I have another bee, which is, I think it's called Be Mine. Is it called? Yeah, Be Mine. I mainly just love the bee, so I probably won't stitch the mine bit, but I just love the bee. I think it was really cool. So I've got the bee, and I got Moth Quaker. Maybe that's where I was getting a butterfly from. I love this so much. So that is Yasmin's Made with Love, fantastic sale. Again, was not planning on getting any of those things, but you can't turn down such a good sale. Then I was browsing on Vinted and I came across this absolute bargain, which again, I just couldn't leave it there. And that is this, I think it's quite a new book. It's the Emma Congdon Merry Stitchmas book. Now it does have a little bit of a fold in the corner, but it's the whole book. I'm sure this is new. When was it released? Does it say? Does it say like a publication date? Well, if it does, I can't. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 2025. So it's brand new. £3. £3 I got this for. So for a tiny bend in the corner, I'm really not that fussed. But yeah, there's some really, really lovely patterns in here. I'll just show you, if I show you the contents page, you can kind of get an idea of what there is. My stomach is making some interesting noises. I apologise if you can hear that. But I'll just show you, I love this one. My favourite colour is Christmas Lights. And I love, which is the other ones I really love? Hang on, bear with me. There's so many pretty ones in here. I really like this one. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I feel like there's at least one more I'm thinking of. Where have they gone? There's that one. Oh, I love this. Don't Stop Believing. I'm sure there's one more, like a retro-y one somewhere. This one. There it is. I love this. Santa stuff here. So yeah, at some point I would quite like to stitch some of these. But yeah, £3. Absolute bargain. I have one piece of fabric to show you, which is just my fabric of the month from Loela's Fabric. I am obsessed with Loela's Fabric. Sorry, this is a bit clunky, I've taken it out of its package. She comes to all the Ladybird retreats and I always buy multiple pieces of fabric with her. So next weekend I will be buying multiple pieces of fabric from her. So yeah, look out in the next video for that haul. But this, I get a fabric of the month club. I get a 28 count even weave from her, a fat quarter. And this is just a really sort of neutral grey. But yeah, so useful, very versatile. And I know she is definitely bringing my next fabric of the month to the Ladybird retreat, which I'm pretty sure it's quite a vibrant purple if I remember correctly. So I'm super excited for that. Then I went a little bit crazy for needle minders and project bags. I don't know why or what happened, but I'm not mad about it. It's fine. This is my birthday present to myself. I've decided. That's how I'm going with it anyway. So let's do the needle minders first. Now I already had quite a lot of needle minders and I don't know why I've done this, but I couldn't leave them behind. So let's do Cotton and Clay first. So I signed up, I think it was last month, to their Needle Minder of the Month club, and somehow I have 3 since then. I must have literally just got one after filming last, and I know I definitely just got one yesterday in the post. So I think this is July's, which is this gorgeous sunflower. I absolutely love this. I love sunflowers. I just love anything floral, to be honest. So that is this fantastic sunflower needle minder. August's was this. He's so cool. He is a little like alpaca or llama, whatever you want to call him. He's super cool. I love him so much. So that is August's needle minder of the month. And then this must be September's, which is this lovely witch's hat, which is super sparkly. I don't know if that's picking up the sparkle or it's just reflecting off the back. But yeah, I love September's one. So cool. If you want to sign up for Laura's fabric of the month, Needle Minder of the Month club, it's a fantastic surprise every month for £5. That's it, just £5. And yeah, I love it. It makes me really happy to see these little needle minders coming through the post each month. I just love them so much. And then Crafty Emily. So I love Crafty Emily, always have done. She's one of my go-to must watch immediately as soon as the video is released. Just something about her videos is so, it's like comfort watching. Yeah, I love Crafty Emily. But she has a fantastic shop. I think she's currently on Ko-fi. She's moved from Etsy, she's on Ko-fi. And her needle minders are fantastic. She makes fantastic project bags and she's also dyeing fabric now as well. But yeah, I just went a bit needle minder crazy with her, to be honest. So she does a lot of these like stamp needle minders. So she did a load of Peter Rabbit ones. So I got this lovely Peter Rabbit one. There's a bit of a theme of like children's books here. Then we love Mr. Man books in this house and Little Miss books. So I got this Little Miss Sunshine stamp. I don't know how people make these focus. So that's Little Miss Sunshine. I could have picked like the whole series of these, but I thought that was excessive. And then Roald Dahl. We love Roald Dahl in this house an awful lot. So I got this one. Again, it was tricky just limiting myself to a couple. So I got James and the Giant Peach, which I love. And I love that they have like the proper like stamp stuff on them. And we have Matilda. You can't not have Matilda. So that is my sort of normal needle minders. And then as I showed you earlier, she also makes the needle minder floss drops, which are just the best invention ever if you have any sort of like monochrome pieces. So I got this one. I can never have enough of these. I love the colours. I love the little bit of glitter on it. And finally I got this one, which is super shiny. I love it, and I love that it's a different shape. So it's this lovely heart one with the little star details. I think it's beautiful. Love that one. And you can hear how strong they all are. And then Emily always sends a little freebie in, so I think I got these in 2 separate orders. So I have this lovely cute little stamp and this absolutely amazing little sort of jammy dodger one. I love it. It's so cute. So that is my Crafty Emily haul. I did also have a project bag from her, which I've gifted to Jo for her birthday. It was like, if I remember correctly, it was like cats with gnome hats, which was the most Jo bag. I loved it. So that's gone on its merry way. And then speaking of bags, oh, this is a big pile of bags next to me here, and I may have some more on the way, but never mind. It brings me joy to sort out my cross stitch stuff, and I cannot, these have all been sitting on the side for however long, and I cannot wait to have a good whip sort out after this video when I've cleared away all this mess and I can put all my projects into these bags. So we're going to start with Hot Trotter Stitches first, Paula, who is dangerous, I have officially decided, because she continues to post more and more amazing fabrics and I cannot afford all the bags. But I saw this fabric on her Instagram a while ago, and I basically messaged her and said, can you make me a bag in this please? And she delivered. So it is this amazing multicolored dinosaur fabric bag, and I love it so much. And basically she was like, what do you want on the inside? And I was like, whatever you reckon. And she put in this fantastic rainbow fabric. It's got glittery vinyl. I absolutely love it so much. They're so well made, beautiful, beautiful bags. I absolutely love it. And I may accidentally have ordered another 4 of her bags so far, because she just keeps posting this really nice fabric, and she's quite mean, I've decided, because yeah, she just keeps posting all this fabric and making me spend my money. Don't like it. I really like it. So yeah, next video I'm hoping I'll have some more Paula bags to show you because they're just stunning. I love it so, so much. This fabric is just brilliant. Look at these little dinos. So that's Paula. And then Soapy bags. Pauline? That's Soapy bags. Basically, I ordered 2, which I'll show you now. So so every now and again, I think it's on a Friday night, she will post on her Instagram loads of her bags, of what she's got available, and then you just comment and you're like, yep, I'll have that one, I'll have this one, and I'll have this one. And then I think anything that she doesn't sell, she puts in a Ko-fi shop. I'm not sure if she updates her Ko-fi shop as well as like those. They're not just the leftovers, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I looked on her Ko-fi shop and I bought 2. So I bought this one, which has got these fantastic like dream catchers on. My daughter loves the dream catcher. And I love this lace detail. I'm obsessed with this lace detail. I believe that's kind of like her signature thing, but I love it so much. And I love these little zip details as well. So it's this lovely dream catcher bag, and these they all just have sort of like a plain fabric inside, but they're so well made. They're absolutely beautiful. So that's the first one. And the next one is these sort of beautiful little posies. So they're all sort of the same style. They've all got this fantastic lace detail on, and they're just beautiful. I love them so much. So that's this one. And then she posted some more on a Friday, so I may have claimed 2 more. And the first one in that section I got is this one, which is these beautiful florals. It's absolutely gorgeous, stunning, again with the lace detail. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and they're huge. They're really, really good size bags. Really good for those big projects. And then I got this one, which I may have put to use for Tulipa. You can hear the beads rattling in there. And this is like, I think it's the same fabric near enough, but just in like the darker version. Again, absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love the colours so much. And she was also super, super kind to send me some Silks For You floss with that as well, which is so soft, and I cannot wait to use this thread. So, so, so kind of her. So thank you very much for those. I definitely see more Soapy bags in my future. Thank you so much. And then my wonderful friend Cross Stitch Jess finally released all of her many bags that she's been working very hard on for the last, I don't know how long. I love Jess bags because like I don't see anyone else make bags like this, and they're super cool and she's great. So I ordered some bags from her also. So she does multiple sizes of bags. So I have yeah, some of each size here to show you. So this is the medium bag size she does, and it is in this fantastic dinosaur fabric, which I do already have a bag in this print, I think. Do I? I'm sure I do. But I don't have a Jess bag in this style. I love the diagonal zips that she does. I think they're so cool. And let's have a look at the sizes, the inside of the bags. So this one's got this cute dinosaur print. So I love that one. These are great, like a great size for smalls. Then I have her large size bags. So sticking on the dinosaur theme, again, I definitely have a bag already in this fabric because it's Turtle Bay uses this fabric. But again, I didn't have a Jess bag in this style. So I love this so much. I love the colour of the zip and this fabric. This has got this fabric inside. And these fabrics glow in the dark, which is so cool. Also, I'm pretty sure that Beth, Stitch with Beth, got the sort of brother to this one. So I see a dinosaur Sal in our future, Beth, just to let you know. And then I have one more in the large size, and I love this fabric so much. It's sort of this sort of like galaxy print, and these gold bits are sort of quite shimmery. It's beautiful. I love it. And then on the inside of this one, we've just got this lovely star fabric. They're beautifully quilted bags, such good quality. Jess does have some of these bags still for sale on her Instagram. So if you head over to her Instagram, which is on here, cross.stitch.jess, head over to her Instagram and see what bags you can get your hands on, because I really think you should. Who's at my door? Don't know. Yeah, so that's that one. And then I have one of her extra large bags in this space print here. I love it so much. So yes, it's fantastic space print. I love the colour of the zip. And this has got this lovely starry fabric inside. And you can see that I've put some fabric in there because I may have a start planned. It's large. Where's my tablet? I can show you. It is sort of Jess's fault. In fact, it's not really Jess's fault because I have had this pattern in my collection for longer than I've known Jess. However, Jess is stitching on this project and is quite far through it. And then my son saw this project the other day and he's really into space at the moment. And he really wants me to stitch this for him. He is aware that it will take, he might have it by the time he's maybe like 35. But this start is in my future. I love it so much. It's a unconventional cross stitch pattern. I think it's called Beyond the Horizon. So yeah, watch out for a start on this sometime soon. And I just thought this was the perfect bag to keep it in, to be honest. So there we go. Right, we are fast approaching the hour mark and that is a lot to show you. I hope you've enjoyed this. I would normally go into plans, but I don't really know what my plans are. I'm just enjoying starting to pull out some old projects and start on them. Yeah, as I say, it's Salathon now. September is Salathon, so we are yeah, working on some old sales. Next month, I'm hoping, really hoping that now the craziness of summer is out the way, I can really settle into some more structure in my videos. So I'm hoping I will be back early October. Obviously it's the Ladybird retreat next weekend. There's always a lot to show you after the Ladybird retreat. So I'm like to be back in October. However, just in case I miss the start of October, myself and Joe, my lovely Belushi Stitches, I think we've decided we're doing Owl Forest October. So let's just stitch on all the Owl Forests through October. I've definitely got 1, 2... Oh, there's someone shouting loudly next door. I hope you can't hear that. I've definitely got at least 3 Owl Forest patterns already on the go. So I'd love to get some work into those. And I have at least 1 Owl Forest that I am desperate to start in October. Can I show you this quickly? Let's do it. Let's find it. I'm sure I can find it on here. So one of my new start, oh, I know another plan that I really want to tell you about. So much for me not telling you about plans. Is it on here? Maybe it's not. I might have to put a picture in of this one. Anyway, it's called Black Roses and it's by All Forest Embroidery and I love it so much. The other thing I would really like to start very soon, because I'm already very behind in it, is Needle Lock Designs. I've recently joined her Patreon. Her patterns are amazing. I love so many of them. But she is doing a stitch along currently for, it's called Divine Beasts, and we've had 2 of the sections released so far and I'm desperate to start it. This is what it looks like so far. This is what we've had so far. I love it so much, so that will be a start hopefully soon. Oh well, let's talk about not doing plans. So yeah, I want to start those 2. It's Owl Forest October, but yeah, I'll be back in October to talk to you then. I feel like I'm rushing out because I'm very far into this video. Thank you so much if you've stuck around all this time. I hugely appreciate you all, and I am going to go get some stitching done before we launch into birthday parties this afternoon. All good fun. Thank you so much and I will see you again soon. Bye!